Hey everyone, Razbowski here, and today we're joined by a very special guest, unless you're watching it on his channel. We are joined by the beautiful, the delicious, my Five Nights at Freddy's partner in crime, Dawko. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Yeah!
Yeah, I am hyped as well to be here. Today, we're going to be talking about the ending in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and whether the ending is true to the story. Is it canon, or is it something that Scott's just popped into the game as a sexy little secret? Now, myself and Dawko have been having a little chat about the ending, and we're increasingly thinking that it just doesn't fit quite right with the rest of the games. And it could just be something that Scott's added into the game as like an alternate ending. You know how you get the alternate endings at the end of films sometimes, but they're not the real ending? Just something to be thinking about. And Dawko's got some great ideas why it could be that the band ending is the real one that to finish off the storyline with.
Yeah, so we all know that there's two split endings to Five Nights at Freddy's 3, the good and the bad ending. The problem is, though, that this cannot be true. You can't have, if this is just one single timeline in the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 timeline, there can't be two split endings. There's only going to be one ending. I don't want to make things complicated, but if you know The Legend of Zelda, and like Raz said, lots of films, sometimes you get different endings, but it doesn't seem to me that Scott's going to make it that complicated. I know it's already complicated as it is, but I don't think he's going to split it into two dimensions where one ending is where it's good, the children are at peace, but the other ending is going to be that they're not at peace. And I don't think he's going to do that. And me and Raz have been saying, like, why is the good ending so weird to us? Like, it doesn't seem right to us. Like, but I'll get on to the suspicions later.
Yeah, it's just, if you're, like, say you were playing the game, you were sitting in the office, you were the night guard, you wouldn't go around clicking posters to get, like, some sort of, to get the children at peace. It just seems like a nice little device for Scott to tell a part of the story that necessarily he doesn't want to use as the real story, but something he would like to do. Because you've got the five characters, you go around, you give the children cake, and then they get to finally celebrate that birthday party that they potentially missed out on. They all get given cake, and they're happy, they're satisfied, they've done the things they needed to do in life. They missed out on the cake, they wanted to have some of that, and they wanted revenge on the Purple Man, which they got, as we actually do see at the Night 5 ending. So that's the two things that potentially would ease their spirits. However, you can't go around giving a spirit a bit of cake. It just wouldn't happen like that. So the bad ending seems to work with the canon of the story, and it leaves us with more scope for future games, for the film, and it just fits better. I love the good ending because the children are at peace, but it just doesn't fit in with the storyline, and there are a couple of reasons why. The phantoms, for instance. We've got the phantoms in the game. Now, these are hallucinations, but there might be something else a bit more mysterious, a bit more sci-fi and otherworldly at work here. You've got the spirits of the children, the souls inside these suits, controlling these animatronics, making them attack adults, because that's what the revenge is for the night guards. But when they get freed in between what we suspect to be Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 3, how could the phantoms possibly exist in 3 if the children's spirits were freed? If you get what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah, I get that. And the other thing is as well is I just think Scott's trying to use foul play. He's trying to make us think that it's the end, but it's not. I mean, in all the other Five Nights at Freddy's games, we do get a bit of nonsense, like clicking on Freddy's nose, for example, and stuff like that. But this is the biggest thing he's done in any of the games where it's complete nonsense. I mean, in reality, you can't click on tiles on the wall to get to a minigame. You can't click on an arcade machine to get to Mangle's minigame. You can't click on drawings. You can't click on random cupcakes around the place. That's complete nonsense. It wouldn't happen in real life. you could say it's to do with the hallucinations, but you can already click on them anyway. You know, it just doesn't fit in. And what I was saying is that if these mini games are complete nonsense, then doesn't that mean that the good ending is complete nonsense as well? Like, it's not real. It's just something, maybe it's a perception of what the kids want. The kids want this ending. This is what they want, but it's not going to happen. It's nonsense. It's never going to happen because it's just complete nonsense, you know?
Yeah, it ties the story together in a nice little bow, something that we'd all be wanting to have because it's such a beautiful ending. It's so sad with piano music, and finally you see the children's souls are potentially freed, but it's too neat for the story. Everything else is really dark. It's really gritty. You've got these children that have been murdered and stuffed inside of suits. And to have them just be freed via the purple man destroying the suits and then us clicking on random posters, it just wouldn't happen like that. I could maybe understand an argument saying it is the good ending if you went around and did extra side quests, like you went around and helped old Granny Smith cross the road, and that earned you good boy points because Granny Smith then told the janitor that you were a good lad, and the janitor helped you unlock a door, which helped you in turn do X, Y, and Z. I could maybe understand that if it was like a quest form like that. You actively did something else, but to click on hallucinating cupcakes, it doesn't fit in. And the way that is done as well, it's such a secret. It's so random that it just doesn't fit in with the canon of the story. It appears to us that it's just a nice little bonus for secret gatherers, Easter egg hunters. That's what I'm looking for. It's like an Easter egg ending. It's not the true Five Nights at Freddy's 3 ending. I mean, you look at the sixth night, which happens after the fifth night, which you would have as a the sixth night is the good ending would happen on night 5, yet you've got a sixth night.
I know what you mean.
You've got a sixth night, so it comes afterwards, yet you've still got the hallucinations coming in. You've still got what happens in between them to make it any different. It just, if you know what I mean, it just doesn't fit in with everything else. The bad ending is what we think is the true ending.
Yeah, also to say something what we was talking about earlier is that we think these good endings the good ending and the bad ending happened before Five Nights at Freddy's 3, like Raz said.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I was thinking. I don't think the good ending is real, because the bad ending, you see the lights inside the animatronic heads, right?
Yep.
And apparently those represent the children's souls. But it also represents the attraction.
Yeah.
Because on the attraction, all the animatronic heads have the lights. So it seems to me that it shows that this is the true ending because it's in the timeline. It's the right timeline. The animatronic heads have all the lights in, and then we see around the attraction the animatronics have the same lights in the same position. So it's trying to show that this is the right ending. This is what's happening right now. And like you said, the hallucinations are happening as well. And if it was a good ending, we kind of think that Springtrap wants forgiveness and stuff like that. That's what they want. But why is Springtrap still doing bad things if this good ending has happened, you know? And why in the nightmare mode, when you beat Night 6, you see him still there and he looks demented. He looks like he wants to kill more people. He wants to kill loads of people. Just look at his face. He looks horrible. He looks evil. And Scott's put him there for a reason. He's hid him away for a reason. And it just shows, again, that if this good ending happened, then none of this would be done now. So why is he left Springtrap alive? And, you know...
Yeah, there are so many things pointing to the bad ending being the real ending than the other way around, if you know what I mean. There are too many things linking the bad ending to being the true ending in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and we just want to believe that the good ending is the one because it's, as humans, as people that have hearts and souls and empathy, we just want the children to be free and finally at peace, but unfortunately I don't think that's the way it's going.
Yeah.
Scott's going to tie up the story at some point. We still don't know the ins and outs of it. Hopefully we'll get a lot more in the movie, or maybe even some more. Maybe Scott will come out and tell us the real story, but until then we can only speculate. So let us know in the comment section below, which ending do you think is the real ending, whether it's the good ending or the bad ending, and make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed today's video, and go and check out Dawko's channel as well, unless we're already on his, in which you're fantastic bastards for already being subscribed to Dawko.
Yeah, same for me, guys. If you're watching on my video, please subscribe to Raz, because he's awesome.
And as are you. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get out of here, but hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. I love y'all.
Bye.